All right. We are hopefully back up. Steam shut down there for a second. Fairview, what's going on, buddy? Yeah, so that was Steam that shut down. And it said they're like, I just re-verified the game files. So yeah, whatever Giants put out today through Steam was not good. Well, that means we got to restart because I did not save any of that. So let's get this all up and running here. Hold on, buddy. You just start right here. And we're gonna actually come over here and we're gonna fix this course. Fairview, what have you been up to these days? Haven't seen you a while. Your Discord's been a little quiet. You still hauling, working the roads? We actually want to move this point further up. I think it was that one worked, right? Stay there. We're good. But yeah, everything's been good here. I knew he was gonna do that. Get this guy back to where he needs to actually be. No collisions here. This one, we gotta adjust him to unload. Yeah, I noticed too, it seems like auto drive and force put now are really buggy. So I think whatever was that partial patch that wasn't supposed to be released is definitely in the folder. And my first giveaway of that was that the NEXAT pack was much larger than what they said it would be. And now it's been adjusted. Hey, it's understandable. Some people get burnt out for review. Some people get burnt out from it. I know it can be up and down. And right now there's not a lot of mods. But if we're being honest, the mods make the game. That's kind of, at least for me, like, I've got enough stuff to enjoy the game and kind of play around with. That's why I've been kind of working on the map side of it. Just looking at these textures right there. But, yeah, so that keeps me busy. And like I said, hopefully start seeing the mods make their way out. A lot of the quality scripts have come out for PC so far. So that's been pretty good. And actually, well, we got this set up. Let's do a quick save here while we get this tractor running and we got the horses all adjusted. Trying to see. No real. This is definitely fixed, as we had said before we get kicked out. So now we'll get this back to running. We can definitely bump this up to 12, 13 miles per hour. drop it and get this going again. Back to tillage. I guess I didn't have to necessarily shut the stream off, but I was trying to make sure it was all good and not just an OBS issue. But it looked like in the end it's Steam that did it. Steam locked the game up. And I had to do verify the files. Well, not much for me. I mean, we still got snow up in Maine, so we're just kind of sitting out the winter. So I've been just messing around with some mods that I enjoyed, and can't calculate path. Why? That'd be why. That's where this tractor's gonna be the biggest issue. But yeah, I've been just, you know, converting over some mods that I used in FS22 and FS19 and taking a real deep dive into map making. But so far I've got the DEM down, I've got, you know, the fields set, trees placed, roadways are now 100% as of today, which is nice. Touching up the ditch areas a little bit, trying to give them some character. And then I got to put in telephone poles, and then from there, I think I can start placing buildings and some fenceways. I think what I'll do is place the buildings first, and then work the fence off that. So, going pretty well. Like I said, keeps me busy right now during what I consider a downtime of the year. Obviously, we're about a month or two away, probably more than 2 months away from going into golfing, so what's going on my end? I just realized my Farmer Taz logo actually is going over the speedometer. I'll have to adjust that next time. Randy, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well. Been a while. They said, did not have intentions to originally stream, but the opportunity opened up, so why not, right? There we go. Make sure that is unloaded. Well, hopefully this time everything works smoothly and we get running. I thought at first it was a YouTube issue, but good to know it's just Steam and today's update. That was only supposed to be the addition of NEXAT and not a part of patch 1.7. Glad to have you here, Randy, as always. Now I noticed my ring is kind of back too, so I'm gonna have to probably go in and adjust that. Got that ring, kind of got one right around the tractor as well. Really wish that could go away. I know it's more of a console thing, for the LOD view distance and the foliage and the cove. But yeah. I should get that pole back up, I just realized. Get the pole back up. I think we had three votes on the previous one. All no's. I got it, but I also have the Season 1 pass. So that's why I've got the NEXAT. I haven't tried it out yet. I will say watching them, a few people play it, it looks like there's a couple issues that weren't the same issues that Giants themselves saw yesterday in their live stream. Which makes me think there's already a patch for the NEXAT. Alright, so the plane does come down, gets low, like he's prop dusting, and then he takes off again. Which answered my question earlier. For some reason I thought he was coming out of the ground. It looks like I haven't seen anybody use Courseplay really with the NEXAT yet, but I haven't watched a lot on it. But I would assume, being that GPS and everything work on it in game, that it would Courseplay would be able to work with it as well. I might, after the stream, might give it a shot, try it out. Probably get away using it out here. Just not gonna mess around with it too much. We'll stick to our old-fashioned, affordable equipment, right? Call this old-fashioned. Not really old-fashioned, but I don't know. The NEXAT for me, like, it's a cool innovation. For the cost of it, I don't know. I guess when you kind of total up all the equipment that it kind of covers, I guess it is a cheaper value or a better deal. Fairview, it is out of Franklin County, Vermont, northwestern Vermont area that I was close to as a kid. And a lot of the farming's kind of gone away there. There's a couple big farms left, but not much really left there in the small dairy side. So I'm going to focus on trying to revive the small dairy feel to that area. I remember a lot of how it was as I was a kid, and a lot of those barns are still there. And the land's kind of set up the same, so don't know when I'll be done the map, because there's still a lot more to do. And I feel like I've got a good chunk done already, but in reality, there's still a lot of detail to it. And then finding the barns that are closest to it, because I am no blender guru. That'll be the next challenge. I know LJR's got a few houses out there that could probably be used. Seen a couple barns and stuff, but nothing really close to that area. Actually, one of the people that has some barns in FS22 and FS19 that's pretty close to it was JMF. He had some great barns that really fit that kind of area. And, you know, they're from up that way too, so I think that's why a lot of those tie stalls. I haven't seen the truck take off yet, because it should actually unload one more time from the harvester, then fill the truck. But hopefully that works out and our auger runs smoothly. We got a fair amount of this field already tilled, which is good. Yeah, Randy, it really has diminished in a lot of areas now. I mean, just to cover your pricing on a lot of things, you really got to have a lot of land, and you got to have a lot of produce, whether it be grain, milk, beef, whether you're into the sheep and goats. Tough. It only seems to be getting tougher. I was impressed by how easy this land all pulls. I mean, we got the 9. I mean, in all fairness, we do have the 9R hooked up to it. This one, 540. So got a lot of pulling power anyway. But looks like the grain cart is now full. I'm hoping they unload into the truck, so we'll check that shortly. Make sure they're actually unloading. Correct? Now that we have the course hopefully corrected and aligned, it should work. Keyword should. And like I said, we got the tillage fixed for the hose, so we're rolling it through that right now. We'll be done the headlands. We'll be able to start on that over there, which should kind of be nice. Let's see. So he's going to unload the other way, which honestly, I'm not mad that he's unloading on the side. I think I was making that joke earlier about this, that unload from both sides. A little distance from the actual hopper there, but I mean, this works. I'm fine with it doing it this way. Fills it up. Moving on. Might have to look at what a truck is actually at, because at 80%, which I don't think it is, 78%. So, where's my settings here? Let's go to, we're just going to put it at 75%. Keep that truck rolling. I mean, that's kind of the focal point there, right? Keep the trucks rolling. Yeah, back then, I mean, my grandfather and them thrived, and his, father before him, they did well off of it. Or let's just say they did pretty fair for the market and everything then. But now it just seems like any chance of starting small is squashed by a lot of the regulations, the fees, and just not a good market value right now. I want to kind of get that, I mentioned it earlier, that kind of grass foliage right there on the ditch lines, kind of used. I know a few cow pastures around me had that around the streams they're in, which there's nothing you can't really do anymore. You got to kind of fence those areas off. You're not supposed to have cows going through streams and brooks anymore either. If you hopped into the stream, welcome. If you're here and you're enjoying it, don't forget to smash that like button. It's free, helps out the video. And if you're new to the channel, go ahead, bump that subscribe button. Again, it's free, helps out the channel, helps you stay up to date on new content coming out. About to start releasing some map videos, I believe, soon, once we get a little further into my project. I think once I get the telephone poles up, we'll start sharing some stuff as we test it and get some of the buildings in, start to give it that feel of being a real life area that it's based on. I see a few of you are now saying you purchased the NEXAT. Have you used it yet today? For those that may have came in here a little later, if you had issues, took the shrub out. More sloppy on that turn, try not to take the shrub and tree out. But if you had issues getting into the game, and you're on, for me, it was Steam. I had an issue. It actually, you have to go through and verify the files again. And then it seems to correct it and actually downsize the NEXAT update they sent. Because I think, well, at least what I found in mine, there was a partial patch update that I don't think is supposed to be in there. Now, I haven't seen anybody that's had that issue with Epic. I did see someone that had the issue with Giant Software, direct download, and I have not heard anything about consoles having the issue. But if you're having the issue and you're on Steam or Giant Software, is where you're downloading the game or the updates from, just know you may have to verify the files. Hopefully that helps everybody navigate any issues they have. In the patch update, there was nothing really there that I could see. Look at the files, but it's nothing I could open other than just extra files. There was some terrain mesh thing, which I wonder if it's all just updates for, you know, NEXAT as a whole. Maybe it was just duplicating the pack. Who knows? And then naturally, when we started up the stream, we had another issue with it freezing up due to a game file crash. So, had to re-verify the files again. Knock on wood. It is going okay right now. But you kind of see it with auto drive and course play. They're kind of bogged down for a little bit too. The truck's already back. Love to see that. Probably should actually get the corn dryer going. I don't know if we even have propane in it, now that I think about it. That is, give me a turn here without going in the ditch. And get that next track pickup. Excuse me. Pick up there. Yep. Flash pickup. Well, actually, let's go. First off, let's save this game, because we've already had a few run-ins with it now, today. Takes a minute on this map. Cannot promise mine will be any better. Propane. We have none. We will have to go purchase that propane. So we'll actually hop in here. Steering wheel is a bit tight. Had my son driving this around the other day. Just kind of hold him up with the gas, and he drives it. He got pretty close to the field. He just took out a tree right here. Like I said, we're gonna run over here. We're gonna get propane set up in the dryer. Get the dryer running with the corn. We're gonna have to do a delivery of propane. We don't have the equipment to do it. Right here. They're getting that load missing. So that's interesting. Am I not going to be able to fill this? Right here. Yeah, that's not working. But we might have to hold off on that. enter the vehicle there. Turn on shed lights. Turn on shed lights. No, no, no. So I'm not seeing an option to purchase propane. And manage production point, vehicle enter, no. Well, that's unfortunate. He's just picking up the vehicle. So that we will have to figure out. I'm gonna leave this right here. Let's get this fired back up. So we will need a special trailer then. Which is unfortunate. But I thought I could take fuel. That's not propane. Propane anhydrous. There we go. Where do we fill propane? That's my next question. $90,000. Don't need a plate. Don't need a plate. And doesn't give you the option to put any stickers on it. Buy it. I guess so. Guess I should have checked down here actually too. And we need a truck for it. And I know a good one. We have the Lizard. 379. Let's just go with that. I mean, that's cheaper than the trailer with a tanker. Kind of wild. Yeah. We'll stop this again. He's catching up. There we go. Get this thing turned over here. It's a little too loud, I apologize. This truck definitely lets off some sound. The next question is, where do we need to go to get propane? Animal dealers there, right? Rent a train, Patera, gas station, the seed, liquid fur, anhydrous, propane. Boom, there we go. So we'll actually. Can I get. It says I can get there this way. We're gonna do it. If it sounds too loud, just let me know. Waylon, welcome to the chat. There's a train running through. First time I've seen that out here. At the pit over here. Propane. We're gonna go this side and loop around. Probably did this the wrong way. Why? Because we're not even on the right lot. That doesn't help us. Waylon, what you been up to? Now, Waylon, did you get the NEXAT pack? I can see you being on top of that. Alright, propane. Let's see how much money this takes from us. And we want to go to the AGI dryer. gonna send him that drip. That'll be a lot of propane. Let's get quite the idle to it though. While we wait for this to fill up propane, I'm gonna have a right. Taking it a minute. Gonna cost us, folks. 700, well, 639 bucks. I mean, that is not actually terrible. It looks like we came in the wrong way. So leave it to us to do that. Let's get back to what's important right now, right? Tillage. We want to get these fields tilled. We work through this all. I said, we're getting there. We're in the shorter section of it now. Get lined up and drop. There we go. We left a little bit there. Well, looks like the other side is working. Trying to keep an eye out on the horizon over there. If we see our load king headed in down load. Got it turned down to 75%, so it keeps it moving close enough for the farm. I just don't want the green cart to be sitting there waiting to unload over and over, which is I feel like once the cycle starts, you can't get away from it. I think the truck is actually, we probably can't see it, but yeah, there it is. It's the clip distance, but there it is. So it's still there, so they haven't unloaded again. So how has it moved off? It looks like the harvester might now be starting to do the up and downs on that short end, which would be nice. But then we'll get done the tillage over here, then move over. What I can't wait for is, because this map has it, is some anhydrous. That's something I'm going to have to look at on this map. Make sure it's all, yeah, they kind of set it up. And hopefully then, when I release my map, I guess anhydrous. Nice little rip right there, and then, you know, some more rip and mulching. Yeah, the harvest is definitely working that. You know what we haven't seen yet? Is there a 379 peep on in? Guess actually we should be keeping an eye out for that more than anything. I don't think he's already sitting over there. No, not seeing. So it should be coming up. Get this swung around, go back down. Yeah, I kind of want to get the corn drying. We're going to get quite a bit. Drop that down. Yeah, I don't have a feeling he's hung up somewhere. No, here he comes. So he's on that side. Okay. That makes sense. Coming more there because that's where the green. Gonna turn down that way. Should be able to get by. Is he turning? Yeah, he should be turning this way. Looks like that's what he's doing. So should be to the farm sooner than later. We'll get that unloaded. Could actually be seeing it. There he is coming back in right now. Foot distance. Slowed down in that corner quite a bit. I guess it's better safe than sorry, right? We'll go unload that propane shortly. Get that dryer turned on, and yeah, it'll make a little bit extra money from all that. We just spent $140,000 on a new truck and a tanker. Hopefully it pays for itself. It'd be nice to have one field tilled and, well, I mean, we did the little mini one over there. Just got our versatile theory disc on it. Still a lot of modding work to be done on that, especially with materials. We'll use the Lindahl on the rest of this, and it does pretty well. I can't complain. I mean, we could probably go back and hook up to the Fury and run that on the next one. Once we're completed this, I mean, it shouldn't be too much longer. We will be done on this field. Actually, we do need to switch over to our truck. Question is, they're just not giving me the option to go. Which makes sense. It should be over by the 10th. I just don't want it to be in the way. So actually, that picked that trigger way up over here. I'm going to be disappointed if I didn't catch that trigger. Okay. I feel better now. There's no trigger there. I was going to say, if the trigger was just offset. Come on. There we go. You gotta give the stream a light just for this truck alone and that startup. Get that propane dumped in, out of the way. I'll shut that menu so I can see that flickering of what's missing. And we'll, like I said, finish up what we can on that field with Landau, and I think we're going to grab the Fury and put that to work. And for now, and we'll head down here. And we'll get that corn dryer. I got 377,000 liters in there. We got a lot of propane. There's not really a variance other than using our propane for the corn, so it should be pretty good. Like I said, almost done this field finally for tillage, which would be nice. Then I think that's what we'll do is we'll go back, we'll grab the Fury, and start filling up over there. If I remember correctly, I should know this, but the Fury should be slightly bigger than the Landau. Landau at 12.2, 10.1. So a little extra with the Fury. The Fury also says it gets up to 13 miles per hour. So, I mean, it is a high-speed disc, so we should be cranking with it. Like I said, we're almost done here, and then like I said, I'll switch over to the Fury and just make sure we're not missing anything that's, you know, more a working component. Obviously, the shaders and materials and stuff need some love and attention, but now I usually ask this, but what is everybody hoping does come to Farming Simulator? I mean, obviously we have precision farming, which, you know, I thought I was one of the few that really liked it, but it seems to be a big demand that a lot of people want to see back in the game, coming back. Quarter 2 possibly. They're still working on it from what I gathered in the stream yesterday. But what does everybody want to see back in Farming Simulator, or first time ever in Farming Simulator? You know, we have seen a fair amount, but I mean, I guess there's a lot of stuff out there that we haven't really touched on yet. We've seen in Farm Sim. They got a pretty decent chunk started over there, which is good. He's about to be full again. Get some more in the dryer, which would be nice. We're definitely getting down there on this field. It'd be nice to be completed. One large field out of the way. This field right here, 50 acres. And the next one will be 80 acres. So we started with a 1.5 acre. So definitely some acreage here that we're working through. Yeah, Randy, I would like to see something like that, and you know, even like the breakdowns where it's more a component, and maybe I know this is getting deep because I joke around with a lot of the roleplay series I do with stuff breaking. How we started the stream today, but even saying, you know, certain components, okay, you know, bearings broke or hitches broke or hydraulic lines broke, and you pay a certain fee based on that, would be kind of nice. You know, you could always have the option to fix it yourself, but then you're more likely to have it break again in the future. Whereas if you call the dealership or send it to the dealership, let's say they do a better job and it goes a lot longer without breaking down again. So I think that'd be a pretty cool component. I know somebody tried to bring something like that into FS22, I think towards the end. It just wasn't working out. But now you look at what they did for VR, and you kind of got to think like, okay, the baseline's there to bring that into the actual simulator itself as well. Maybe we'll get lucky, and you know, they can probably brought to it. Another one I'm waiting on is conservative. I was gonna say conservative farming, but I think it's called conservation agriculture. I think is what the mod was called in FS22. You started using that on my Alma series, Chasing the Dream, and I really enjoyed it. I think it's nice to have that realistic feel of putting a cover crop down over the winter, harvesting the cover crop for the silage aspect of it, and then planting whatever's up next, whether it be corn. I mean, at least where I grew up, that's what you saw a lot of. People would put down winter rye, and then they plant corn in it after. So I'd like to kind of see that return. I know he's put out the creator of it, Farm Sim Tim, I think was his name, has already put out a few grip mods already. Oop. Thought I engaged it. I did not. I might have to skip rows here, these short turnarounds too. I'm trying to think. You know, see that Custom Modding's now actually building a slurry lagoon for their whole slurry system. You know, 46 mods. But I was gonna skip a row, then I go and do this. 46 mods had brought that pump system in FS22 to life, which was nice. Definitely would like to use that with a lot of the farms that I'm putting in the Vermont map I'm working on, because a lot of that area, that's what they relied on, was the smaller pits. I guess another thing I like to see maybe is, I mean, I guess we have the baby animals, so that helps. Kind of that livestock missing piece. I don't know if we'll make this turn. Yeah, we got it. We'll clean up that little patch right there, and we'll be done. And like I said, we'll go grab the Fury, and we'll run that on the other field. But yeah, the livestock aspect, I'm trying to think, like, we already have realistic milk collection. I think's good. And I think somebody just released a feeding cycle or a enhanced mixer for different feed adjustments and stuff like that, which I think is good. I think we need, I mean, that's why I personally use Maize Plus a lot in FS19 and FS22 for that reason. So I think that would be, you know, having that helps bring some realism to it. You know, realistic repair would be huge, especially on how they could, so many ways to implement that. Yes, precision farming, I'm kind of hoping, you know, they have more control aspect to it. And I almost wonder if they are taking Farm Sim Tim's conservation method and kind of bringing that into it now. The consumption, Randy, I don't know if are you on PC or console? Because on PC, they definitely, you can adjust it all around. And there is, I think, some Lua mods out there that kind of do that already. Grip mods, I should say, not Lua mods. That really already do that. Again, that's why like Maize Plus I was a big fan of, because I could go in and change the consumption rates. There goes that, whoa, flying over. Yeah, a lot of that, for me, like, Maize Plus already kind of ramps up their feed cycle. And then I would, you know, I would adjust it based on the livestock. Actually, we're going to put this over here. On the Fury and get that ripping. Not ripping, but killing. I don't know why every time I grab this one, I think ripping. I think it's just because of the name of the equipment. Okay, so the material's gonna be adjusted on those rollers. Not the color they should be. Those are kind of flat on the disc. Noticing now the tires aren't really rolling. There we go. We got up to speed there for a second. They weren't really moving. Step off the throttle, the wheels start working. Get an extra 2 meters out of this, 2.1 meters technically. Definitely go around. Work the headland first. Get this unfolded. Let's see. I hook onto this, and maybe I hit the button. Let's get this. There we go. Drop down. Yeah, silage bales, it depends. I think Maize Plus, there's like 3 versions of silage. Might be 4. I think Alien and them got it up to 4 different versions of silage. That dropped down there. Fighting me there for a second. Yeah, we'll be rolling. I mean, I'm gonna bump up the speed, but we're definitely gonna be rolling on this. I don't need that anymore. Truck's semi in the way. Yeah, there's multiple silage. There is 2 hay options. See if I can do this without hitting it. That's fine. Close enough to the edge. Next, you had straw. You had alfalfa silage, clover silage, hay silage, and chaff silage. I could be wrong, but I think those were the 4. What was that? That was 5. That was 5. Chaff? Yeah, chaff. Grass, hay, slash. Those were together. Clover and alfalfa. Then you had all the minerals. So 5 versions of minerals. I like it. I'm interested to see because right at the end of FS25, Alien and them started coming out with some interesting additions to the Maize Plus. I know they have quite a team now. I know Disturb has joined them with somebody else, which I apologize for not remembering. But I am excited to see what they bring in the FS25. But I also do wonder if they're waiting for precision farming because a lot of that all ties into itself now. I think a lot of people realize, you know, when precision farming came out, kind of really expanded what could be added to the game because it had a lot of the primary code in it already. I thought I had a good line there. I guess we're just off though. Oh yeah, we're just off. Field kind of breaks away. Quite the little haze over here. About 1 o'clock in game. You know, a little haze coming up over the field lines. Which is always my wondering with like now the way FS25 is with the fog and stuff. With these larger maps, is it gonna kind of give it that shade look? I feel like there's like a green shade over there, but it's actually just a cultivated field. Or maybe seeded. I see a few more people have now clicked. They have purchased the NEXAT. Have you played it or used it today? We're gonna square this up. I think the one you're talking about, Randy, I could be wrong. Where it actually, are you referring to where you can go through and look? I think the Farm Sim guys shared it. You can kind of go in and actually shows you where your track, what equipment you have, and what part of the garage it's in. That mod? Was that one fully released yet? I didn't think that one was fully released. I think it was just on GitHub, maybe. could be fully out now, actually, now that I think about it. But yeah, the garage mod, if it's the same one I'm thinking of, that allows you to see your equipment back in the shop, which is kind of nice compared to, you know, kind of the way the user interface is set up right now. You have to go to the vehicle tab to see everything, which I don't know. I don't like it. I like being able to, when I go in there and look at vehicles, be able to see the actual vehicle and the options to customize it. But I have not added it to this save yet. I think I have it on my New Frontier save, the Self-Made Mega Farm. Pretty sure I added it recently to that. I wasn't sure if it's been kind of released full blown out there yet or not. There we go. Gotta move over a little bit, but I mean, this is go a little bit quicker. I mean, we're at 14 miles per hour with this, which is nice. Yep, so that was the same video. Yeah, I actually think the full version is close to being out for it. But yeah, that's the same one I'm thinking of, Randy. Yeah, so it is a good little mod. And again, like, it's just one of those things, like, I'd be interested to know why Giants didn't put the option to see your own vehicles and leased vehicles in that menu like they have in the past, and why they moved it to the vehicle tab, which I guess in a way, you know, they were doubling up where you could see it, because in previous versions, FS22, FS19, it was under that same vehicle area, and you could see how much the vehicle's worth, how much, you know, how many hours it's run, stuff like that. So I guess that kind of makes sense, maybe why Giants kind of cut that part out. But I think I'd rather see it in that garage mode than see it in the vehicle finance tab. Another mod I need to actually mess around with is the finance mod. That's one that I just haven't really touched yet, and really should. All right, let's see what they give us here. So our heading, I mean, it says automatic. I'm fine with the automatic. Guess it gave us two headlands, which may not hurt us. See, the wheels are rotating correctly there. I mean, all the components are moving like they should. The material system's got to be changed. When I originally did this, there wasn't too much out there about the material system, and definitely need it on those discs, and the rollers could use it as well. Right now, well, we got 60% of you have gotten the NEXAT pack. Interesting. So it is mixed, and I completely understand that. FS19, I kind of waited for the first year to go by. They had a deal on it when you purchased the game, and that's why I got Season 1 this time around, because of the deal that came with it. So it might end up in an interesting situation here. Which, what I might do actually is just go right over the ground we just went over, clean this up, because we are off course. Well, we're not off course, when we went around the first time, we kind of bonkered it. What I'm going to do is tighten this up here. Look at the deformation. And I really do, like I said, I really do like this, like, grass, overgrown grass foliage right here. Definitely think you could put that to use on some streams. Streams and brooks. Now it looks like we've had 25 viewers. And we've got 2 likes. So if you're in here right now, it's free, helps the video. You're already watching the content, so you must enjoy it somewhat. Hit that like button. When we get this video up to 10 likes, let's say in the next 30 minutes, putting the pressure on some of you to hit that like button. Can we get 10 likes in the next 30 minutes? That is our goal right now. I think we're going to lift this up because we are good. Now look at this field's definitely a little bit softer, and I do not have the weather mod on. I thought I had it in this save, the realistic weather, which another great addition. But this looks like we got some moisture. I mean, I know this weighs a little bit too, this disc, but I don't think it weighed that much. Alright, let's get on now. Let's start chipping away at this section. I guess it kind of worked being on this shorter side that we did do a second headland. Now we have to go all the way down each time and kind of swing out and around. And we'll just drop that again. One of the things I want to figure out too is multi-terrain angle. Got to make sure my map does that, because I feel like pretty, adds another level of detail to the game. Now Giants has tried a little bit with multi-terrain, I think, in my opinion. I've noticed, like when you plant, it does kind of align some things. That goes down pretty quick now, which is kind of nice. But multi-terrain is definitely one thing I got to make sure is in my map. So I'll probably have to go bug Squatch on that one, because he's kind of the guru in that area. Maybe JMF knows. There's a few resources out there to hopefully get that figured out and really kind of bring that map to life even more. Plus, you kind of need that. I mean, if you're using a lot of the smaller equipment, I think you kind of need that. Just so it looks better with the smaller equipment. When you're chopping corn, stuff like that. I think that was the biggest thing. Like, I haven't used row crop too much, but row crop does add that level of realism. I just wish Giants engine better supported row crop without needing supercomputer in a way. But I think row crop was a huge advancement. And I'm hoping Giants kind of looks at it and says, "Oh, hey, like, wow, this is possible." There we go, another like. And keep them coming. We got 25 minutes to hit that 10 like mark. Can we do it? I don't know what we're gonna do when we hit that mark, but I think we can push the limits. I don't want to jinx it, but I haven't got a fuel alert on any of the equipment yet. We don't have fuel consumption mod on here, so it's whatever the high amount is in game, which still isn't that much. But yeah, I'd say this Fury is definitely a ripping. I mean, the Landau, I felt like we were right on top of the grain cart and the harvester the whole time too, until we had to break down to the hydraulic line. But I would say the Fury does get cranking though. Remember, this field's 80, so there's another 30 acres here compared to that field that was 50. But we're cranking. I'm trying to think. Oh, we do have. We do have some more corn we have to harvest this month. On top of soybeans. So we're actually busy. I should have probably actually set this save to like 3 days. That way we didn't run out of time because, like I said, corn is ready. 2 fields here is what it's showing, I think. Or is that just the farmland? That's the farmland. That's the field. Okay, so that's ready. All that soybean is ready down here. So we will be quite busy. Almost might make sense to start running a second harvester, even though we can't really afford it. I mean, we could get by with it, I guess. But then we'd have to probably get another trailer as well. I think one grain cart would be alright. 2 harvesters. What do you guys usually run? Do you run multiple harvesters when you're running this big of an operation or acreage? Or do you just take it down with one harvester? I feel like if Pleasant was in here, he'd be saying he'd be running one gleaner. All good. He'd still get it all done. Yeah, Randy, I usually do. I should have thought of that. I should be running 2. I think once we finish this build up, we'll definitely switch to a second one and run 2 in the future fields. I know Argsy just ran. He's running a series on this right now. I think he's got 3 or 4 going, doesn't he? 3 maybe. He has 3 harvesters, and still, I mean, he was still taking some time on some of those fields. We're already kind of catching up now. Somehow we ended up on off angle again, despite this one leaving on automatic. So we'll be able to do one more pass, then we're gonna have to wait. And maybe we will go get the other harvester and just kind of start him on the other end. Kind of put him in the middle, and I guess that's the way to get this field done. And actually, we might not be able to do this side yet. We might be blocked out. But I think we are. I think we are just out of the window. Yeah, we'll be taking down our own corn if we do that. So we're going to pull off to the side here. And I guess we should go look into another harvester now. We got anything on the market? No, we do not. Let's go down. Oops, what am I doing? We want combine harvesters. Oh, we got options, okay? Oh mean, obviously that one could work. That could work. Question is, which one is it saying we have? We have the S7 right there. 381. See, this is where the garage would actually be nice. Because, like you're saying, Randy, now I could go look and say, okay, that's the one I got. That's the build I got. And it's down here. Now, instead, what I have to actually do is I have to come over here to the vehicle tab. John Deere S7 800. Oh, didn't mean to scuff the pedals there. 14.1 is the fill. The 547 horse. All right. Now we have an idea. And you know what? Well, we're actually here. So they're running the third. No, that's not the one they're running. Bergenhoff, right? 9-meter head. So I guess we could run another one of those. S7. Yes. Do you want this? It's already at the 14, right? Yes, good. Crawler tracks. I guess that's all we got. We want the US version, obviously. S8, okay. I think we're good. Can't really do much other than that with it. But let's get it. And then while we're here, right? Let's go into combinations. With the 35, which we don't need. That John Deere green. What is ours? 9 meters. Yeah, I think ours is 9 meters, right? Did we get that right there, folks? 9 meters. It's the North Star 1230. All right, that's what we want to make sure. North Star 1230. Okay, good. Yes, John Deere green, of course. And that didn't move up the price. So there goes another 108 grand. Cycle through, so we'll get this guy hooked up and then we're gonna send him over. Will he pick up? I want the buy points. No, I want to shut the buy points. There we go. Field 16. No, so we want truck loading, field 16. Looks like he can navigate it. And we'll get him set up on that same course. We'll just have to find a place to cut in and cut it down in half. Let's see a patch of grass on the road. It is. The question is, how far are we actually away from them? You just gonna... We're actually not that far. So what we're gonna do is, as I cycle through all of them again, we're gonna take this course. And we're gonna implement it there, nearest waypoint, because when we turn it over on this field right here, we'll actually be able to jump in on that end and start cutting. And this should hopefully help. We gotta change field location after. Little shed over here. Interesting, always kind of see some of the things placed. Grain bins. I don't think we can use those, can we? Those are just kind of there. Actually, it says we can use those. Interesting. I'll have to look at how you fill those. I have not played around with those yet. But interesting. shut the window that was open on the side. Yeah, we should be able to jump right in up here. As long as we're set up on... Let's go auger weight, right? Yep. I'm gonna open this up now. Open all components up. And just to see that we're in the right section here. I think this bit right here is a great starting point. Oh. What are we doing here? What are we doing here, folks? That's not what we wanted. Die offline. You know what? I was offline. Now I'm hitting all the buttons. I was just off. So this is actually where we want to be, but it's alright. We got it open. And we are golden. So he should be able to make it all the way to the end before he has to unload. It's fine. From the other angle, it looked like he was pushing him, but he's not. It's good. So now we can actually go back to some tillage. Drop this and we'll get back on the track and back to work. Now we got a little room to run. We may actually not even have enough to run. I might be able to sneak in there one more time. Kind of see where they're at. They should be turning around coming back this way, but we'll probably catch them before they hit this end. The other harbors are running in the middle. So we're down under 200 grand already on this save. That went quick. But the things we needed, we should get a fair amount of money. What is the pricing of dry corn? Dry corn goes for a max price of 505. Interesting. Standard corn goes for a max price of 505. But not much change there. And we got, yeah, both are 505. So actually, that's interesting. Now I wonder though, does dry corn hold a higher price longer? So that might be the difference right there. Is dry corn might actually have a longer high sell point. That's my guess. Don't quote me on it. I couldn't tell you. It's actually valid. You guys would have to ask River Bottom. Looks like they're about to unload. We definitely got more room down here. I just think when we get to the end, we won't be able to go again. We'll have to kind of hold off. Kind of wish they did have 12-meter heads. Would have been better. But what are you to do? We're set up on this track to go. They're unloading again, so that truck will be full on its way back, which is fine. Every time that grain cart unloads, the truck's pretty much full. You know, it's at 78% usually each time. For that truck to turn around and go back is pretty good. When we get to the further away fields, we'll probably definitely have to grab a second trailer. So that'll be our next expense. What is soybeans actually going for on this map? It is a high point of 1237 in July. Okay. Not groundbreaking either. And then January is corn, 505. So we're in a low point coming up on it right now. Yeah, there's nothing really groundbreaking on it. We'll definitely fit within this. We just won't have enough gusto in the room to get back. Shark's pulling up on me here. See if they navigate, stay inside, or if they're going to try to run over me, and maybe we don't have a clip distance. We don't have a clip distance on that. I could have sworn I had collisions. Set up on this? Maybe on the bar only. So I guess my collisions are only in the front of this and not the back of this. It's good to know. That's why we're testing out utility equipment. Gotta make sure that we get the collisions sorted. I hear him, but what side is he on? Oh, he's on that side. Oh, don't go the way I'm going. Guy, I literally moved out of your way and stayed there so you could get around, and you made it difficult. Right, we're just going to clean this little section up right now. And we're going to have to wait again. Two harvesters going. He should be unloading more often. Looks like he just dumped a little bit in there as he went by. Could be wrong. But it looks like they're pretty set up. Be running now. Needs to be unloaded. It's going to be that one over there. So it does fit it. Like I said, that truck will be gone as soon as this, which means, yes, we're almost in need of a second truck already. So maybe we do have to get 379 Pete, or as this is called in here, Lizard, hooked up, because we're going to need another trailer. The joy of farming sometimes just means you got to buy some equipment. Do we go big and we spend some money on prestige super loaders? Or do we get another Load King? We could get another Load King, right? What's Load King got in it? 75,000, 52. Extra 5K, we get 60. Which actually doesn't work with that trailer. Go. Oh, forgot we got buddy McTuttle Industries, his trailer. Always forget that's in here. We got the old Frontier Farms. That looks a little blurry. That's interesting, actually. But that now looks blurry. But there was definitely something that was in that file that they updated. And hopefully they have a patch soon, because it should not be like that. That was not blurry like that before. With that said, let's change the main color of this one. Black. Doesn't cost anything. We definitely don't want a plate. We will get a second trailer running because we're going to need it. 75 grand. Gone. Now we have two of those. So he knows this one. 16 weight. Auger, field 16 weight. So we need to sort that out. that truck to the dealership. Hopefully the grain cart. I'm about to take over the grain cart, I think. Oh, wait, never mind. We got motion. Very true, Randy. Very true. Now, if he turns around and tries to go to the other harvester, I'm going to be frustrated, and he is going to try to. So, we're not going to allow this. We're going to take this back over. Larry, as we called him earlier, Larry is failing us. We're going to unload the one that we're already at. I don't know why he would go back to this one only to turn around and go to unload the other one, knowing that both needed to be unloaded. If I can put that together in a sentence. But yeah. So we'll get this unloaded. We'll get the other harvester unloaded, and by then, one of our trucks should be back with the trailer. So I only knew this amount of time before Larry or somebody messed up again. So they started the stream driving into the tree line over there. And now, actually, where is the trees over there? Well, he was on the other side of the field when he got jammed up earlier. Or is it over there? Somewhere. I think it's over there. But we will get him crossed and unloaded. So we can have our two harvesters running again. And we should be getting a ding any second that our other truck, the Pete, is over at the dealership collecting our new trailer. It was bound to happen eventually to hit chaos again. I knew it was coming up. Chunks of dirt in there. And extensions. Alright. I'm surprised this guy's even still sitting here waiting. I feel like older Horseplay, if you go back to like FS19, they would have shut off by now. But at least we're getting it opened up in the middle. Don't feel as daunting. Maybe we can run some pillage through it shortly. Because now that should be 18 meters wide, right? 18. Interesting to see how the GPS lines up with it. There we go. And our truck, I have not seen it go off yet. But we will now put him into motion. And that's why I didn't go off, because the track runs, I forgot about that, track runs right through this little section. Should work itself out and get there without much of a hassle. And with that said, we can get back to tillage. Trying to stay right on top of the fields this time. We can clean that end up later on. Not too worried about it. But it'd be interesting. I mean, we are moving now a little faster with the two combines. So I think we can get it. And with the beans, I might go 12 meter heads on the beans. Actually, we own 10-meter head on that one, almost 11 meters. So I guess we probably should buy an RDF 35. So we have two of the same. I mean, we get 89,000 for it, but I don't think. I don't know. I don't think that works out in our favor. 105 grand. If we go slightly bigger, which is what I'm thinking, 13.7. We don't have the money for it. Take a loan, but I try not to take loans in this game. Even though, like I said, the finance option actually just seems like it good in theory. But I wonder if it's like the land lease mod where in FS22 it was, if you did 3-day months, it was charging you each day like it was a month, so you were actually paying a lot more money. And we don't want to do that. Keeping an eye out for the truck. It should already kind of be rolling up. Sharp look around here. There we go. The truck might actually be over there already. Or, I'm not sure how that course was set up, because that was a preset auto drive. They may actually be running to our bins and back out and get on that course. That makes sense. Unloading that one, and I should be getting a trigger to go ahead to the other one right after. Good. Yeah, that one's probably close. So once he's done unloading here, should be, and yeah, there it is. So that did go run around the bins like I thought it would, and now it'll get behind the other one, which is fine. Because he's just about full, so he's actually going to go dump what he has. We might have to slow down here. Here's what I'm going to do, slow down, because he should take off. Bring it down to like 2, because he's going to stop. Think about it. Still thinking about it. Still thinking about it. Oh man, that was a process. He sat there and thought about it for a good minute. But we might actually have to slow down again because we're going to run out of lane space here. We're not going to be able to make it all the way to the end. So I'll bring it back down, I guess, to 5 miles per hour. Run just behind the harvester. And we will be able to get to the end, and then we'll be able to cut down maybe the middle of the other one now that he's got 3 rows open over there. But I'm hoping what we need is the grain cart to unload that grain right now and get over to that other harvester sooner than later here. This is, Larry is struggling. I think that's the easiest way to put it. Larry is struggling right now, folks. And needs to be unloaded. So, come on, Larry. Wish he had kind of unloaded right there and then just took off. I actually probably need to set the other truck to 75% as well, just so they keep unloading. The harvester pulled away from us for a second. Come on, Larry. There we go. Unloading. Uh-oh. Blocked by an object. There it is. Look away, Larry. I'm just gonna turn this guy around right here. Will he make the turn? He will. Actually, that's probably a good opportunity. And the question is, look at this. Yeah, we're not gonna go like that. What I'm gonna do right now is just get out of the way. I think that's the important thing right now. Just get out of the way. But we actually do have room to run down a little more. Like I said, this guy should be going off on an adventure. That's what he needs to do. He needs to go off on an adventure. 75. 85. Everyone else seeing that? 70. Yeah. Still looks like he doesn't get it. Or he's going the long way. He's going the long way, okay. He is going down to work it. That is a start, I guess. We got progress, folks. We got progress. Looks like he is headed that way. He's just not driving through the crop. I would have probably just gone down that lane. We opened up in the middle. Let's get this crank back up here to 13, 14 miles per hour. Because now we should be good to go. The harvester's far enough ahead. We'll go right through. Now, I'm wondering with these harvesters if they'll be offset just enough now, actually, where this should keep the grain cart fluid. But don't quote me on it, because we all know auto drive sometimes does its own thing, so does horseplay. Usually it's the operator error. Could be my error, but looks like they finally figured it out now after I showed them, hey, Larry, there's another harvester in the middle of the field we purchased. So we won't be able to come this way on the way back. That looks like it could be a whole nother pass before that even opens up for us. But we are going to try to go down the middle over there. Hopefully, like I said, the harvester should be unloaded by then. And further down, which should give us a lane to hill. But we did not hit our light goal, unfortunately. No surprise giveaways yet. But no, I think, yeah, we're going to keep going for right now. We all still in here watching. I appreciate it. Thank you for hitting that like button if you have. Thank you for voting on the poll if you have. Like I said, I need to get, now that I know I did not get my collisions on the back of this. I thought the collision aspect was all taken care of, but I guess that's my miss on that one. But we'll raise that up and we'll see where it allows us to kind of jump in over here. When you look at it like this, it looks like we did not split this field correctly, but I think we did. Close to. Now that one needs to be unloaded. Oh boy. So we're actually going to be tilling right down the middle of this. And we might run into the problem of running into a row. And he's going the opposite way. So we're actually running out here. So that did not work because it is really offset down here. I'm noticing now. So that was a fail on our part. So I'm going to try to do, yeah, we can't take that side. We can't take that side. So that actually failed in 2 spots. I mean, if I come over here, I guess that one kind of aligns. You know what? Let's jump into here. Why not? We'll start here and we'll be able to jump back and forth on these rows and clean them up later on. I just don't feel like turning around and going all the way back. I did not realize. I guess we should have set these angles. You know, we're going to be off again. We're already off because it looks like a much steeper cut line over here. They're on the same track. Interesting, to say the least. Might just drive this right to the end, run it right up against the corn edge. Like I said, we'll just have spots to clean up. But what are we to do? I didn't realize we cross essentially 4 tracks here to cut this corn. You get the tillage is wider by 3 meters, but it's just interesting to see the angle that it picked for automatic was quite different. So that did not work out like I thought it would. I thought there'd be plenty of room over there. I was wrong. And over here, we have not come back down yet. But what I'm going to do is just clean up this little section I missed. We can't really do much with any of that. And we hop in over here. You know, he's collected corn off that one, but why does that one look like he's still got a lot of, I guess it's only at 7%. Just for showing a fill level that was a little wilder. Kind of look up here, like, it's just, yeah. The angles don't align. Harvester angle, I guess next time we just need to manually put in, you know, 0 degrees or 10 degrees. And I think that helps us. But with that said, you know, technically, I only plan on going 2 hours. We had ran for like 20 minutes before. We had 15, 20 minutes before we had the technical issues of Steam kind of crashing, which was this game. Just had to re-verify the files. Like I said, if you have issues with it, re-verify your files if you're on Steam. Giants, I don't know how you re-verify it. You might have to re-download the game. Like I said, it looked like they put out a partial patch on accident initially, and you just got to go back and fix it up. Now, I downloaded right off when it came out, so maybe that's what was my issue. I'm seeing some people right now actually have had no issues. Like I said, I can see some extra files in there that when I verified went away. So, with that said though, I thank y'all for stopping in and watching. Randy, Fairview, Waylon, thank y'all for hanging out in chat tonight. And yeah, if you haven't hit that like button yet or subscribe to the channel, go ahead, hit both of those. It's free. You won't miss out on future stuff. Until next time, Farmer Taz out.